Hello, hello. All right, so I'm making this video because I had to step away from the madness of drawing the lines yesterday, and I'm coming back this morning because I've been really wanting to find out when was this giant down line that I drew going to come true. Um, and it looks like it finally sort of did. It definitely plummeted really hard right there when it finally came to it last night. It was around midnight. Now, definitely overshot it, but I'm learning something. I'm learning how the angles of how to expect the angles that are coming, what they're going to do. Because in the beginning, I was honing this process by basically learning the second half of each transit. Because the first half of each transit would show itself. I would draw these triangles. I'd be like, okay, so a transit enters at this price, it exacts at this price. So its cumulative energy, however it equates with all the other angles that are happening at the same time, is this, somehow. And so I would always draw the second half of the triangle the same as the first half of the triangle, because as time would progress, it would look like it held true in some kind of way, shape, or form. Like it would be perfectly parallel to the way the price was moving, even if it wasn't alongside of it. Or sometimes it would be alongside of it. Sometimes it would be like, I don't know, they're just very very strongly correlating. But like I'm drawing all this stuff you guys see now like way ahead of time, not halfway through the transit. All these like let's look at these Mercury transits that I was kind of like. This is where I stopped yesterday when I started drawing all these Mercury transits, and I was trying to figure out, are they ups, are they downs? Some of them were up, some of them were down. It was kind of like a hodgepodge of Mercury transits happening yesterday. So I was kind of like, it looks like these transits are just going to like keep it in this spot. And it sure did. It sure did. Because once, I might have misjudged this one as a, as a, or both of these maybe. No, this, yeah, see, that one was a down. And it proved to be kind of like that. Because if it was an up, it would have had a point up here that wouldn't have made sense. It made more sense like that. This one was maybe also a down. It was maybe part of this one. And this one was maybe an up. See, so I'm trying to figure that part out. But overall, as I was sitting there trying to figure out which one was up, which one was down, I was like, you know what? Whatever which one is up and which one is down, I have a feeling like they sort of cancel each other out in a weird way. And so they just made it wobble a lot. But this Chiron transit was kind of like holding it steady. These sun transits were like gonna go down. And this one is a transit to the nodes, this cream one. I started making like nodes cream. So basically it looks like it got out of all this mess. This I believe was Vulcan. This red one, this what's kind of orange. I'm using like, or no, was this another Mars transit? The color coding can get confusing. I think, yeah, this is orange. That should be Vulcan. I think this big red one, yeah, big red ones are Mars because Mars transits are longer. But see, yeah, it really took the back half of that Mars transit hard. This in and of itself, this big hike probably had a lot to do with this Mars transit, and then things got confusing once it started to bring it up. But it kind of brought it up to its peak. Some Mercury stuff kind of, and this was Jupiter, these purple. But this was a negative Jupiter thing releasing. You see how they all have downward points? See, as it released its negative energy, the price can go up, and it can seize positive energies that were being overpowered. But then, this positive energy was gone. It took it down. This was a positive energy leaving, taking it down. Positive energies leaving, going into this huge negative energy that I saw way back here. I was wondering. I was like, when is it gonna? Because it was kind of fighting it for a while. It had a lot of positive energy fighting it. You know. And so here we see it's kind of like out of the weeds. I haven't drawn a lot of small angles for today, so I don't know what else is gonna mix it up in here. But overall, it looks like it's really liking this transit to the nodes that was positive. Here was another one, And as we get out of this negative energy, that will help it. But I saw there's a lot of big transits that are kind of bringing it up and bringing it down at the same time. It's like it's been riding on a Uranus transit for a while. This big blue one. Oops, I didn't want to move that. This big blue one. You see this big blue one has been I found this one way back. All right? And I want to show you guys something. It's like, let's go to the 4 hour. See, I dug all the way back to like October. All right? And I saw this, right? It was a Uranus transit, popped it up. And then I believe this was Pluto. Kept it going. And then another Uranus transit. And then this was really weird, guys. I drew this. It came out like a horse. A Trojan horse. Now, I didn't know how to gauge this one. All right, this was a weird one where it had 2 exact dates. All right, and it came in here, and then it hit exact here. But then I also noticed that it hit exact here. So you know what that means? That means that the planet came exact, and then it maybe crossed it, and then came back and retrograded. And then left again, and then it's coming back. You know what I mean? So it's look at what happened in that period of time of the coming back to the point. It was when it came back to that point, it almost took it almost it was like it was this rise, And then we have this is a huge Pluto transit that looks similar. I'm trying to project, is this one going to be very similar? See, there is a slight little up here. It's like a 6-degree, see, it went up a whole 43-degree angle from this point of view. I also projected it down like that to be because that's the way I'm drawing things. Like when things hit exact, I draw their, But I was also maybe it's just it continues on this way. Maybe the back end of it was just as positive as the front end of it. Because it's coming back at it again. It's not like going through it and then going away. It went at it, through it, came back, It's something like that. This is a different kind of transit that I've been studying. And I see one with Pluto, which is a bigger player, even bigger than Uranus. Doing a similar thing, going all the way out to July. I think we're gonna have we might have what I call a semi-bearish period, all the way to June, July, where all of a sudden it picks back up again. Like the summer is gonna be the spring and the early summer. Yeah, the summer is gonna be when things start happening again, I think. But it's going to look like a bunch of BS. See, look, all these big transit lines I have pointing down. But then there's this one, right? There's this one that I have drawn to go back up. A lot of big lines that point down and up. So kind of mixing it up a lot for a few months possibly. As far as at least into April. April looks very tumultuous. It looks like there's going to be a pullback around the end of March, early April, and then it's going to look like it's going to take off again, and then there's probably some more stuff that's going to push it back down, and this is going to be the defining thing, the underlying thing. And this is why I say I do not think it's going to go. If it goes, it might dip into the 40s for a slight moment coming up here. I'm thinking, beginning March, it might scare us. It might scare everybody, but by mid-March, there's going to be an April Fool's Day, basically. But then, But that might be a great buy period. If you're not in, that might be the great buy. That might be a great buy period. I really don't see. I don't see this happening, guys. I think it's a new era. I think coronavirus did something to the world on a big level that people with money, like, are like, now is the time. Because I don't know. Like I said, why did I draw like a freaking horse? It just like. I need to design a computer program that does a lot of this tedious work for me. Anybody who knows Python, hit me up. Help me learn this stuff. Don't make me do it on my own. I can do it. It just takes longer. And I won't be giving all these great predictions as soon. I'll be crunching code trying to figure out why doesn't this work. I learned all the astrology for years, guys. Look at this stuff. This is okay. So this is a point that I think it's really going to come to. I see a vergence here. This is the 5th of April. The 5th of April. We have. Yeah. Who was this? This was. Who did I color light blue? I think it was Vesta. Don't those far out planets, those far out points, those weird asteroids I've been noticing have been really, really calling like the overall trends a lot of times. So I'm taking them seriously. Yeah, this is what I see, guys. I see we're about to come up for a few days. Like, it's gonna look like it's gonna take off again. Maybe, but it's not. But it will. We're this is what I call the bear scare, where it's I don't know it's like, is it gonna go bear? Look at all this. This is because also check this out. These dark green lines, those I drew for Neptune. Neptune is a planet that likes to kind of like play with you. It likes to mess with your mind. It's the planet of imagination, but also delusion and fears and nightmares and fantasies. So people are gonna, your demons are gonna come out if you're thinking to get out or get in or whatever. I drew this as a Y because I wasn't sure like which way it would go. This is another one of those weird ones where it comes in. It exacts, and then it kind of like pulls away, and then comes back and exacts again. So I was like, So I'm not 100% sure. It might come here, and then continue to go down and pick up, or it might pick up right here. It might be a little earlier. It might feel this energy too. I do see this though, kind of holding it down. So I sat there and I was like, it really looks like it can converge with Pluto either way. And maybe this is the part of astrology where it's like you can't truly predict things, because this really is, showing how it can go either way. But it shows. But what's the most important is it shows at what point it goes one way or the other. And this is why I need all the lines, because see, as things change in life, like all these lines as they change, like it's like quantum representation, and you can see what's going on as it gets closer. It starts to trend one way or another. Like, for instance, like there could be a lot of things that happen that get up and down and around here, but then at some point, it's like if the overall trend is down, it's going to take this road. And if the overall trend is up, it's going to take this road. And maybe the overall trend is based a lot on the decisions of people. Decisions are made every day. Maybe a lot of these lines can go up and down. It just depends. Maybe that's why I was only able to very accurately see the bottom half. I was only able to see the consequence of all our decisions. Now I'm looking at the possibilities moving forward. What we could be deciding, But I just wanted to make a video kind of explaining where I'm at. The last, the last kind of like accurate prediction, kind of showing it off. I think this is accurate. You know, like look, like it came, it followed this down. This down was too strong. I overshot how down it was going to be because I was going off these other lines. I was trying to gauge their angle, but apparently the energy of this transit has changed. It's not as powerful anymore, or it's being overpowered. This is why I need to make a computer program that can start to slowly analyze the powers of these planets and their transits and when they're stronger. Like, because a planet can make a transit to another planet when it's in its ruler and the other planet is in its ruler or not, and then make the same angle on the other side of the chart where it's like in its detriment and the other planet is now moved into its ruler. You know what I mean? And that could be it could be the same thing but in a totally different way. And it's just a lot. It's a lot to keep track of. It's a lot to remember for one person just sitting here. It's like I'm really just trying to do this to inspire people to help me. But I think it looks like I'm gonna have to like work on a computer program a little bit, maybe myself. I might be able to hire someone to help me. I don't know. I don't know how much that costs. Hire a programmer. But yeah, this stuff is still holding true. These were future projections. I am not drawing the back half of the triangle anymore, guys. The only triangles I draw from the past, I pull from them information to make the triangles that are completely future. How long is this video? I don't know. Oh, it's only 17 minutes. We'll go 20 minutes. I'll make it a 20-minute video. So yeah, I don't think I have much more to say other than like, if anybody wants to help me out with this project, maybe work on some of the other coins, I can, I don't know. Who wants to, I downloaded a bunch of resource books about learning programming to do Python and, data analyzing and stuff like that. I'll get there, guys. I just want to get there in time to catch these moments. Like, I want to be able to be like, there is an amazing buy period, the last buy period over here. Everybody buy right now, and be like accurate to some degree. Like, look at this stuff. I see it going back up, but I also see it going back down. You have to draw all the lines. And things will change. Or things can change. But I did see, let's see. Oh yeah, I don't want to try and make the program. When I look at my time map, there's also a lot of things that are going to like go back, reverse, and then hit again from the end of March to the beginning of April. So I expect it to look like we're going back pretty soon, like back down this mountain. You're probably gonna like, everybody's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna go back here. This is where all the whale support is. But I don't think that. I mean, I think that possibility has passed. Look, that possibility passed. It's gonna go. There might be a top 40s area. And the regular analyst guys will tell you that stuff. Just based off looking at it like this. But I see a general uptrend. I really do. And I see a really big one here. Potentially. Or this is the big down. See, remember when I drew this? I feel like when I looked at it, I was like, this could have gone either way. But we chose to go up with it. We had all that, all that FOMO and fear driving us. FOMO and fear was driving us. Is there going to be FOMO and fear here? Maybe the state of the world will clue us whether this line is up or down. Because if it's down, it's just as strong down as it is up. And it would bring us, let's see, what would it be if we brought it, 47, 55. See, look where that brings us. Look where that brings us. It brings us back to those old highs. Now, so, and where is this? This is 62. And basically this will make, you know, this the new bottom valley. This the new valley. You know, Bitcoin, if we go up from here, Bitcoin may never see below 50 again. But if we go down from here, it's going to be a struggle to get back up to 60. Which I think we'll probably go to by the end of the year. Again, you know, around Bitcoin's birthday or something. It'll get back up there or higher, 70, 80. But if come July it takes that upturn, by the end of the year we're gonna see like 80, 100. That's what I'm looking at. I'm getting macro with this, guys. I'm getting macro, and I'm about to get more techno with it. I can't spend my whole days drawing all these lines. It's maddening. My life starts suffering. You know. Relationships, my home starts going to crap because everybody's like, you're just a mad person. I show this to everybody in real life. Everybody's intrigued. I don't know about you people online. I'm onto something. There might be some less videos. I think these long live streams that I'm making, I need to go back and cut them up and show you guys condensed form what's going on really fast. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to watch hours of my live streams to see me accurately predicting things or drawing lines in the right way. I think it's like a 2-minute video of all the highlights. All right. I'll be back, guys.